Let us discover how to create activities for your demonstration teaching, and all you gotta do is to keep on watching.
Love me like you said. Darling, tell me all the ways.
What's up guys, this is Niel and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about the DepEd ranking, lesson plan tutorials, and other teacher-related stuff. So for today's video, we will identify the correct activities for your lesson plan para sa inyong demonstration teaching. But before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there at hit the notification bell para maging updated kayo sa lahat ng mga bagong videos ko every single week. Kung ano man ang gagawin natin para sa episode na to, this will be suitable for your demonstration teachings para sa inyong mga Prof Ed subjects, kung ikaw ay pre-service teacher, kung ikaw ay nasa DepEd na or nasa private schools o sa kung saan mang demonstration teaching. And without further ado, let's get started. Lagi niyo tatandaan that the best demonstration teachers actually plan their activities and technologies na gagamitin nila sa kanilang lesson plan. Kasi sa video natin na to, ang real question dito is, paano ba tayo makakagawa ng ating mga activities na magiging suitable para sa ating lesson plan, or meron ba tayong basihan para ma-create yung mga activities na ito? Lagi niyo din tatandaan that we can easily create or choose the correct activities for our lesson plan by looking at our cognitive objectives. Si cognitive objective ang dapat natin i-consider because sa mind muna pumapasok ang learning. Lagi niyong tatandaan na every learning will always start in the mind, tapos susunod na yung behavior, tapos kailangan niyang ma-practice through the body. But before we create our activities para sa ating lesson plan, kailangan nagawa niyo na yung tatlong learning objectives. Kailangan nagawa na si cognitive, si affective, and si psychomotor, pero mag-base lang tayo sa cognitive objective. Now, before we identify the correct activities for your lesson plan, let us first recall the 6 categories of cognitive learning. Kaya ako pinaparecall ang 6 categories of cognitive learning. It's because, di ba, meron tayong iba't ibang degrees na nire-require para magkaroon ng mental skill para doon sa new competency na ituturo sa mga bata. And may designated activities kasi, meron talagang appropriate activities para sa bawat category for cognitive learning. Kung natatandaan ninyo, ang 6 categories for cognitive learning are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, at may designated activities para sa bawat categories na ito. Now, let us begin with the first major category of cognitive learning, and it is remembering, which is all about facts and specific concepts. Ngayon, kung ang iyong cognitive objective ay nag-fall sa remembering category, narito ang iba't ibang mga activities na suggested para sa iyo. The first suggested activity for this category is the flashcards, at hindi na rin bago sa atin ang flashcards because flashcards promote familiarization and memorization of certain concepts and facts. Okay, ngayon naman ay basahin natin ang mga iba't ibang salita na naglalaman ng mga ditong. Basahin na natin, brain group. The second activity is reading. Now, hindi man siguro halata, but reading actually promotes familiarization also and memorization of certain concepts and facts. Naman ngayon, handa, basa. And the third suggested activity for this category is rote learning, which is also known as memorization based on repetition. Ibig sabihin, uulit-ulitin ang pagbasa at pakikinig sa certain concepts and facts para ma-memorize ito ng bata. Ano nga ulit ang tatlong halimbawa ng panghalip na panturo? Sino makakapagsagot? JV. Balikan kita mamaya. Stephanie! Sino makakaulit ng sagot? Ano-ano ang tatlong panghalik na panturo? Arvin! The second category is understanding, and it's all about comprehending the meaning of concepts or stating a concept in one's own words. Now, for example, if your learning competency is all about the circulatory system and it fell sa understanding category, these are the suggested activities for you to use. The first activity for understanding category is the analogy. Now, I want you to take a look in this item and pansinin nyo kung paano ba siya magiging understanding category. Nag-fall ang analogy activity para sa understanding category, it's because the learner will interpret the relationship of concepts. Ibig sabihin, iintindihin ng learner ang dalawang concepts at iintindihin niya or i-interpret niya kung bakit pinag-partner ang dalawang concepts na ito. Kasi kung iisipin, the blood vessel is a part of the circulatory system and its function is to transfer blood. Na kung iisipin ng learner na ang first term ay part ng circulatory system at ang susunod na term ay ang kanyang function, yun yung gagawin niya, iisipin niya yung same process para sa mga susunod na items. The second activity is cooperative learning or yung mga groupings. Not only it promotes understanding the new concepts or the new competency, it also promotes interdependence among its members and social skills. The third activity is taking down notes. Now, this is a powerful activity for understanding a new concept because the learner writes the concepts in his own words. Though hindi masyadong nagtitake down notes ang mga learners during demonstration teaching, importante pa rin siya. The next activity is storytelling. For example, gusto ni teacher ipa-explain sa kanya mga learners kung paano ba matransport ang blood sa circulatory system, idadaan niya ito sa storytelling kasi hindi naman ma-explain ng isang learner ang process kung paano ba transport ang dugo sa circulatory system kung hindi niya naiintindihan ang competency. The third category of cognitive learning is applying at dito, it uses concepts in new situation. Now, for example, kung ang ating learning competency is addition of 3-digit numbers with regrouping, naririto ang mga suggested activities para sa applying category. Our first activity is collaborative learning. Now, do not be confused between cooperative learning and collaborative learning. Si cooperative learning, ginagamit siya para sa understanding category. Si collaborative learning naman, ginagamit siya para sa applying category. Ngayon, i-explain natin kung paano ba nagkakaiba yung dalawang klase ng social learning. Si collaborative learning at si cooperative learning ay parehas na groupings. Pero sa cooperative learning, the learners come up with the correct answers kasi specific concept lang naman yung hinihingi. Ibig sabihin, facts or special dates or special terms lang naman ang hinihingi for cooperative learning. Sa collaborative learning naman, this is an activity na na-accomplish ng mga bata through the learner's different perspectives. Ibig sabihin, mag-share yung mga learners ng sarili-sarili nilang opinions, kung ano ba yung point of view nila tungkol doon sa competency at ma-accomplish nila yung activity through that. The next activity is to create a process. Ngayon, huwag kayong malilito kasi baka yung iba sa inyo isipin na yung pag nag-create tayo ng process, under na siya ng creating domain. Tatandaan ninyo, kapag creating domain, you are creating something new, a new concept, and you will know something meaningful to it. Dito, pag nag-create tayo ng process, dapat dependent pa rin siya or related pa rin siya sa competency na itinuro sa inyo ng inyong teacher. Now, for example, halimbawa dito, nasagutan na natin yung 3-digit numbers na add na siya, meron na siyang sum, tapos nakapag-carry na din ng numbers. Ngayon, ang ipapagawa natin sa mga bata, ipapa-arrange natin yung proper process para ma-achieve yung sum doon sa given na equation. The next category is analyzing and it separates the concepts into parts to understand the whole structure. Ibig sabihin, ibe-breakdown niya, hihimay-himayhin niya ang iba't ibang bahagi ng new competency para maintindihan niya ito as a whole. For example, kung ang ating learning competency is all about appropriate habitats of animals at nag-fall siya para sa analyzing category, naririto ang iba't ibang mga suggested activities para dito. The first activity is debate. Now, for example, kung meron tayong activity na ganito, halimbawa isang araw napansin daw ni Alvin na mainit kaya nag-alala siya para sa kanyang isda kasi baka mamatay siya sa init. Kaya ang ginawa ni Alvin, nagdala siya ng ice cubes at nilagay niya ito sa aquarium. Na several hours later, napansin niyang namatay ang isda. Ngayon, para sa debate, the question will be, what made the fish die? Is it the heat or the weather or the ice cubes? Ngayon, ang mangyayari sa processing, i-breakdown ng learners ang situation hanggang sa maintindihan niya yung new competency, which is ano ba talaga yung appropriate habitat para sa animal, which is the fish. Kasi di ba sa debate, once na may maibigay sa'yo na concept na dapat ipaprove mong tama, hahanapin mo yung bawat details na magiging correct or mapapatunayan mong correct yung concept na naibigay sa'yo. Now, kapag nakahanap ka ng mga details or na-breakdown mo yung concept na naibigay sa'yo at nakapagbigay ka pa ng ibang examples, because of that, ibig sabihin, na-analyze mo yung concept na naibigay sa'yo. Ngayon, kung ayaw mo naman ng debate, kasi nga minsan medyo maingay siya at madalas may nagsisigaw at may nagpapalakpakan pa niyan, you can actually ask what happened. Halimbawa, ibigay mo ulit yung situation, pero imbis na magpa-debate ka, itanong mo na lang, what happened kaya? Ano kayang nangyari? Bakit namatay yung isda? Kahit hindi man sila mag-prove ng mga ipinaglalabang mga concepts kanina sa debate, at least kapag nagtanong ka lang ng question na yon, bakit kaya namatay yung isda, i-analyze nila yung situation, which is yung binigay mong paragraph. The third suggested activity is to run a test or experiment. Kasi di ba kapag nag-experiment tayo, ini-step by step process yon. Ibig sabihin, hinihimay-himay natin yung mga yung process para mag-arrive tayo dun sa expected phenomena natin. Now, the last activity for the analyzing category is actually related sa pag-run ng test or sa experiment, and it is called fishbowling. Sa fishbowling, we have two circles, the inner circle and the outer circle. Sa inner circle natin makikita ang discussion or yung mga scenarios na naipresent sa atin, and the outer circle contains the observations na related sa discussion sa inner circle. Now, paano natin malalaman na nakapag-analyze ka na using the fishbowl technique? Ngayon, kung may discussions na kayong nailagay sa inner circle, dapat yan, merong outcome yan or may product, and it will be from the observations sa outer circle. Ngayon, kapag meron na tayong observations from the outer circle, i-analyze mo ngayon kung paano ba maiintindihan ang new competency. At malapit na tayo, the fifth category of cognitive learning is evaluating, and it is all about making judgments. Halimbawa, kung ang ating learning competency is to critique a character's point of view in a selection, at kung ito ay nag-fall para sa evaluating category, naririto ang mga activities na pwede mong gamitin. The first activity suggested for the evaluating category is to write an essay. Pero take note, kapag nagpabigay kayo ng essay, dapat ang topic is all about making judgments or evaluating a certain concept para malaman kung tama ba siya or mali. Dapat ganun yung gagawin natin for an essay. The second activity for the evaluating category is to conduct a survey. Kasi once na makapag-gather tayo ng data at ma-interpret ito, we can make an evaluation about it. Kung ano ba yung magiging kalalabasan ng ating survey. The last category of cognitive learning is called creating, and this builds a new pattern of elements with the emphasis of creating meaning from it. Ibig sabihin, gagawa tayo ng new competency or new knowledge out of an old concept at hahanapan natin ito ng kahulugan. For example, if our learning competency is all about suggesting ways to control or manage noise pollution, which is from health ng grade 6, at kung ito ay nag-fall para sa creating category, naririto ang mga suggested activities. The first activity is to create a new model. Kasi once na makapag-create ka ng new model out of the old competency, automatically na merong added information dyan. Now, for example, kung ang ating activity is to make a small project in your barangay, kung paano ba ma-manage ang inyong noise pollution, may added information yon kasi iba yung barangay mo sa barangay ng ibang pang mga learners. So, ibig sabihin, nakapag-create ka ng something new out of the old competency. And the second activity for the creating category is to write an essay also. Pero take note, kanina sa evaluating, ang essay natin is to give judgment about a certain concept. Pagdating dito sa creating category, kapag nagpagawa tayo ng essay sa mga learners, kailangan makapag-create sila ng something new or makapagdagdag sila ng something na bago and make new meaning out of it. For example, halimbawa yung ating topic para sa creating category, para sa essay is to know what are the ways to manage noise pollution in your barangay. Halimbawa, kung ito yung ating gagamiting topic, ibig sabihin may added information na naman tayo or new concept based sa old concept na naituro sa atin. Lagi niyo tatandaan na ang mga activities na nabigay ko sa inyo ay laging may kapartner na category for cognitive learning. At lagi niyo tatandaan, create the lesson objectives first, then decide what activities to use for your lesson plan. Now, for this episode's home activity, you will create an activity for the following learning competencies na ilalagay ko dito mamaya, and ako na rin ang nag-identify kung anong category belong ang bawat learning competency. Now, for the next episode for our summer lesson plan tutorial series, we will now write and create the traditional format of the lesson plan, but it includes how to plan for the lesson plan, how to design the lesson plan, and how to write the lesson plan. At magaganap ito sa April 6, 2020. At para sa lahat ng mga videos ko tungkol sa DepEd ranking, lesson plan tutorials, and other teacher-related stuff, iiwan ko ang lahat ng link dito sa description box. Once again, this is Niel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you sa April 6. Bye, guys!